you then, my friend?
I'm David. I'm in third year studying theology at Wits in Cambridge.
Okay, then, David, do you think that the church is as relevant as it could be to the folks of the 21st century?
Well, firstly, the church is deeply relevant in that that's the place we're given to be in community and to worship God together. There's not the recognition of that relevance, and yeah, there are problems in congregations at the moment with feeling the need to share the gospel. Yeah.
Well, what about the Bible then, in sharing the Bible with people? It's the 400th anniversary of the King James Bible.
Yeah.
But is the Bible as a book, that's whether it's Eugene Peterson's The Message or the King James Version, is it still relevant? Do people care about what the Bible has to say?
I think increasingly people do. So, for example, in my theology faculty, there's a great deal of investment and interest in biblical studies. It will be from a very critical angle, but there is at least an interest there. And people are beginning to realise that there might be some relevance to things which aren't purely natural science related or that kind of thing, but people are kind of interested in finding answers elsewhere. So there's an increased sort of spirituality which might lead people to ask questions about the Bible, but yeah.
What about preaching the Bible? Is preaching dead? Is there a better way to communicate the Word of God to pagan or postmodern Britain?
Than what, sermons in church, or than sharing? Well, I don't know exactly what you mean by preaching. If preaching is saying what the Bible teaches, then no.
What about public proclamation?
You mean on the streets? Or, I mean, what can you clarify that, please?
What do you think? In both locations, in all locations, public proclamation. This is very much a private society whereby religious people in the United Kingdom are being allowed to practice their religion within four walls, no matter what it is. But woe betide you if you try and share it with anybody else,
yeah.
Especially if there's any judgment attached. So therefore the public proclamation of the gospel, what that means and how it affects people is quite important. And we are trying to... There you go, I'm answering the question now. You tell me, is public proclamation preaching dead? Is there a better way of doing it?
Yeah, I see your point about how people are very keen on having a private life and how, people don't want specific questions addressed to them. So it might be that more and more we need personal relationships and the sharing of the gospel in that context. But still, we do need the speakers who are, well-trained, who know what the church has preached for 2,000 years, what the Bible says, and so we do need those that kind of people in that kind of role too. So yeah, the church has many different people with many different roles in it.
Leonard Ravenhill calls the pulpit a coward's castle. Do you think we need to get all of our well-trained theologians out from behind the pulpit and from the lectern out onto the streets proclaiming the gospel?
People should be doing that too, but both roles are needed.
Aye, but should we get our well-trained, heavy-gunned theologians out there?
Out from academia and pulpit, or they're different problems. I think theology has a very important place in the university, in the academy, and there's a great deal of good work done. Also in reminding, we need to find new ways of sharing for a new generation, using the new generation's language, what has been taught in the Bible, what has been taught through the years as it's been passed, what the message has been passed on. We need to find new ways of describing that in a new and a changing intellectual culture. So we do need theologians in the universities sharing with students who are then become well-trained theologians and have this continued theological tradition kept alive. You know.
David, final question, real quick. Do you think Britain's broken, and who broke it? Was it you?
I hope not. It was broken when I got here. I think Britain's broken just as the whole world is broken by the fall.
Thank you, David, so much for this interview. God bless you. I'm glad that it was broken before you got here, mate. Take care,
God bless you too.
Thank you.